Good afternoon to everyone. And one beautiful thing about this is this platform allows us to, forces us to think beyond where Nigerian tourism is today and begin to imagine where we are going to be tomorrow. So let me come back to private jets. True, private jet made the most money. Everybody is saying hotels. I love the fact hotels made money as compared to the Airbnbs. That's just for another day. But you would imagine the underserved destinations that had diasporans come back. We also had where they did not have structured or scheduled itineraries to those destinations. It will shock you that those private jets sold out. There was a particular day on the 23rd of December, to be precise, and I was looking for a plane that would go to Benue, and it will shock you that there was nobody available. I mean, not even one available, because it was all full going to Owerri, which is Imo State. They were going to even Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt had this high influx of private jets, same with Akwa Ibom. Then they were going to Katsina, Maiduguri, Sokoto. So if you look at it, on my own side, it was a couple of dollars. I mean, I would say conveniently 6 zeros when it comes to private jet hiring just for dirty December period and all of that, because the scheduled flights were not enough. The timing in which most of the international flights landed with when the clients wants to depart Lagos for their final destinations were not defined at all. So most commercial jets did not do that alignment properly. Most of them were like, oh, fly the following morning. And by the following morning, most of these flights were filled up. So we had clients having to move like that, crisscross. We had this hotel in the international terminal, Legend. Henrietta was fully booked, because when they come in, they would say, okay, they want to stay there, then they transit to their next destination, because that was where most pickups took place and everything. That was fully booked. So, like everybody has said, I think we need more commercial planes, and we also need more private jets, maybe the smaller aircraft that can take quick families, because everything we had for December was full. Now, going to the future pathways, because that's what I'm talking about, future pathways. So we're going to look at it differently. Nigeria, the truth is, when we think of the word culture and tourism, immediately we think about dance, culture, masquerade, food, music, celebrations. And yes, those things matter. But I want us to think differently today, where we look at it deeply, because that's what this platform is all about. So, because the truth is, Nigeria does not lack culture. It doesn't lack festival. It doesn't lack beauty. I mean, hear what Salome said about her beautiful state, Taraba. It doesn't even lack global attention. What Nigeria has lacked is structure, packaging, technology, and vision. And this is me. I took these points from the first two where Ikechi talked about them. Structure, packaging, technology, and vision. And that is why today I want to speak briefly on beyond these celebrations, the new pathways, reshaping festivals, tourism in Nigeria. So now, I would step backwards. We have seen hotels sold out in months ahead. We've seen this cultural event. The country is winning in tourism, is no longer selling. That the country is winning is no longer, oh, this is it. What we need to ask ourselves is, what are the experiences? Now, Salome and Ogaikechi just highlighted about our narration, the storytelling aspect of it. And that's what really won Akwa Ibom State. So now we are what we call the experience economy. The modern traveler is changing, and people are no longer simply looking for the buildings to take picture. What people want to have is feel something, belong somewhere, reconnect emotionally, create memories like over Ogogoro. So Salome expects me to come and drink. Create memory and increasingly create content through those things. So today, tourism is emotional, tourism is immersive, Tourism is experiential. That's why festivals around the world continue to grow, not because people just want to watch, but because people want to participate, look at global, participate in them. For example, our Calabar Carnival, Rio Carnival, Coachella, Afro Nation, Dubai Shopping Festival. These festivals are becoming economic ecosystems. And Nigerians have the raw materials to do the same. So imagine if our festivals became a year-round experience. I remember when Ikechi talked about having a tourism calendar from Ugogo Festival. We have it advertised. By next year, we should come out with it. A tourism, myself and Geraldine, we talked about this whole festivals in Nigeria, the tourism calendar, so that we begin to align it, and as tourism sellers, practitioners, we begin to pick it and begin to curate experiences around this. So imagine a year-round experience, a cultural village, an immersive storytelling hub, a culinary tourism product. Geraldine, you sell tickets. Creators' destinations, fashion and music marketplaces, and global cultural experience. The world is ready for Africa's experiences. I mean, I can't overemphasize that. So imagine all of that. Now we go to digital storytelling and creators economy. I have to be fast because it's 15 minutes. I know my orga. So tourism marketing has changed forever. And we just need to know. Today's creators are destination marketers. So imagine a 30-minute TikTok video can influence a travel decision completely. A YouTube documentary can create a global curiosity. An Instagram reel can drive booking. A travel creator can put a village on a map faster than a billboard campaign. I mean, look at the whole thing around jollof rice. Ikechi started. Today, everybody is shouting jollofing. And now the new one is melon soup. Okay, Ikechi have let the cat out of the bag. So imagine all of that. And just imagine what it would drive, because it is now, if it is not digitally visible, then it is economically visible. So let me say this. If it's not digitally visible, it is economically invisible. We should understand that. It has to be visible digitally for it to match it economically. That's the only way around. So we need digital destination creators. We need tourism podcasters. We need cultural documentaries, documentarians. Ogaikechi is one. We need immersive content. We need live streamed festival, drone telling, and all. I mean, drone storytelling. It's no longer going to be the same thing. We need digital archives. And we need global tourism narrative driven by Nigerians ourselves. And that's what Salome Ogaikechi has said. Let's not be fixated about what's not working. We all have our peculiarities. I am a dual citizen. Not everything is working in America, please. But we know that there are things that are also working in Nigeria. So let's look at the good thing and begin to sell the good thing. The world already loves African music. They love our fashion. I mean, look at what happened in the Met. I mean, the comparison between the Met Gala and our African Magic festival that just took place. Look at the fashion. So the world already loves African food. The next global export can be Africans' experience. We saw that in High Speed Show's visit to Nigeria. And with that alone, we should know, was that the best part of Nigeria? And the answer is no. I don't think High Speed Show had the best outlook of Nigeria, but we can see the number of people that clocked in, that went to look at it, that watched it and everything. So, and Nigeria can lead that conversation. I mean, over 200 million people. But to lead tomorrow's tourism industry, we must embrace the third pathway, which is AI and smart tourism. Back to what Naija7Wonders thought about. And this is where the future is going. And Nigeria cannot afford to be left behind. And Nigeria and artificial intelligence already changing travel globally. So today's AI can personalize experiences, predict travel's behavior, improve security, manage crowd, provide multilingual tourism export, automate customers' experiences, and simplify travel planning. What I want us to think about even bigger is the future of tourism may first experience Nigeria digitally before visiting physically. Imagine someone in Canada experiencing a Google festival through virtual reality. Imagine someone in Brazil exploring the Oshobo festival through immersive technology before even booking the flight. Imagine that AI-powered tourism assistant helping visitors move through Nigeria seamlessly. Imagine smart tourism platforms connecting flights, hotels, festivals, transportation, food, local experiences in one ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria must stop consuming tourism technology alone. Nigeria must begin building tourism technology, and that is the future. And young Nigerians are already creative enough to build it. Now let's move to another major pathway, which is the diaspora and identity tourism. Let's think of what Ghana did. They did a tremendous job. It was applauded in the entire African continent. And I will always look at them as where Nigeria is to start. Hey, am I on or off?
You're on.
You sure? Okay, because I can't see. Okay, because I just went off. So many Africans in diaspora are searching for their roots. They're searching for identity, belonging, spirituality, and reconnection. And the future of tourism is not only leisure. This is what Ikechi spoke during the NATOP AGM in Akwa Ibom. Why we travel, where we travel to, and what we travel to do. The future of tourism is not only leisure. The future of tourism is identity. Festivals can become homecoming experiences, ancestral journeys, luxury African retreats, spiritual reconnection, cultural investment gathering. I mean, Geraldine is coming in with Oriki. I mean, if we begin to think about what Oriki is, we should all plug into that. Geraldine, a third time, sell tickets. And when people reconnect emotionally to this destination, they do not just visit, they invest, they return, they build relationships, they become ambassadors. That is why Nigeria must intentionally package cultural tourism for global Black communities, because we are not just selling events, we are selling connection. And finally, let me speak about the most important pathway, which is tourism as an economic system. And because I think like a system, those that know how I write in systems. We must stop selling festival as isolation celebration. One successful festival activates airline, hotel, restaurants, transporters, photographers, fashion designers, artisans, food vendors, content creators, event planners, security company, tech company, entire local economy. Tourism is movement, and movement creates money. The countries that will win tomorrow are the countries that successfully turn culture into scalable economic ecosystems. And Nigeria has every day required to become one of Africa's tourism powerhouses. But we must move from celebration to structure, from culture to commercialization, from events to ecosystem, from locally visibility to global positioning. So, ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria doesn't lack stories. It doesn't lack experiences. It doesn't even lack brilliance. I mean, I'm a Nigerian. We just need now more than ever to follow the new pathways. And these pathways are powered by technology, creativity, data, storytelling, experiences, innovation, and collaboration. Because if we get this right, tourism will not just entertain Nigeria, tourism will employ Nigeria. Tourism will empower Nigeria, and tourism will reposition Nigeria, and tourism will economically transform Nigeria. Thank you very much.